It is 9:12. As we told you just moments ago, state police are asking for help as they try to solve what may be a case of road rage that led to a shooting, a crash, and a death. Happened early yesterday afternoon on I-65 south of the Southport exit. You're seeing video from the search of a pond. Victim's car ended up there. He was thrown out of the car, but rescuers wanted to make sure that there was no one in the water. This is the latest case of several high-profile shootings along interstates and other main roads in our community. Sergeant John Perrine knows all too well about them with Indiana State Police. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Scott. Good to see you.
Want to jump in with the latest on this new case. What you can and what you can't tell us. Understand it's early in all of this. The questions that occur to me: do we know with certainty that the phone calls about the pond and the phone calls about the road rage were connected? And do we know whether gunfire actually hit the victim in this case?
Yeah, we can confirm that there was gunfire involved in this incident. Our detectives worked from that scene all the way through the evening and overnight. And so I'm waiting for an update later this morning on exactly what they uncovered in the overnight hours. But I do know they've been working very hard on this case.
Okay, so for instance, to figure out what killed the man in this situation, that'll have to wait just a little bit.
Yeah, I think we'll have that information out in just a little bit later today.
You came in, we talked briefly. I want to share with our viewers, too, some incredibly daunting numbers about this. This is not rare anymore in our community by any stretch.
It's certainly not, and we're sounding the alarm. We've been talking about this for the last couple of years, and talking about it isn't working. We need to bring more awareness to the dangers of engaging in road rage. And I gave you some numbers that kind of just are off the charts where, in 2017 and 18, we had 9 shootings in each of those 2 years. 2020, we had 23 shootings the entire year. And then in 2022, we jumped up to 60. Last year, we had 56. It is alarming how quickly these incidents are going to violence and gunfire.
And when you say that, that's just in the Indianapolis area.
That's Indianapolis, just interstates. I'm not even talking about city or local streets.
So that's not even a statewide number. People overuse the phrase exponential growth, but when you go to single digits, to 20s, to 60, that's what we're talking about at this point.
Yeah, we've also started tracking other incidents where somebody pointed or displayed a firearm during road rage, but no shots were fired. And last year we had 230 of those incidents. So far this year, we've had 90.
Do we know why?
I think it's a conflict resolution issue. I think people are going straight to violence out of anger, and it's terrifying that somebody could make a mistake while driving. You find yourself in the wrong lane, you accidentally cut somebody off, whatever it may be, could lead to a death sentence.
We're watching video from some of those high-profile cases. The youth football coach who was killed, I believe, on a ramp just off the interstate. A teenager who somehow was not shot, even though a bullet went right through her driver's seat.
Yeah.
These are no longer surprising, and that's in and of itself rather startling.
It is, and again, we'll talk about every single one because we want to bring that awareness. But I think the important message is, whether you're the instigator or the victim, engaging in road rage is very dangerous. Whether it be a hand gesture, honking the horn, maybe slowing down to not let somebody pass, whatever that engagement may be, the person in that other car may be ready to take it to another level.
It's interesting that you say that too, and everything that you described, that's not a good idea. But even just using your horn, it's on the car.
It's on the car, and it's
something's wrong.
For an emergency situation. I think what happens is that horn is used out of anger, maybe accompanied by some gesturing or some yelling, and people are just angry, and they're going straight to that violence.
So you've got that moment where there's engagement, and maybe you've done something that you shouldn't have to escalate the situation. What do you do at that point? You're going 65 down the middle lane of the interstate.
Yeah, first disengage, whatever that takes. Pull over, slow down, exit, get away from the other vehicle. And in the first place, don't start the road rage. I think we have selfish drivers where we have 2 different types of selfish drivers. We have the selfish driver that's going to drive without any care of any other driver. They're going to drive fast, they're going to drive aggressive, they're going to get to where they're going. And then the other selfish driver is, hey, I'm not speeding, so I'm going to slow down in this lane to make sure you can't speed. And that creates anger too. So we just need to worry about ourselves.
Or I'm going to block the merge because I don't like you doing the zipper.
Because I had to wait, so you should too. And then before you know it, we've gone to this next level of road rage that's violent.
Okay, so that's from the engagement issue. Then there is the, whoa, somebody just flew by me. Whoa, somebody just flew by me again.
Yeah.
Do I then, as a person who's just minding his own business, call you and say something's going on here?
Yeah, we absolutely want those 911 calls. And maybe you're a driver that sees two vehicles engaged in road rage. Call 911 and give us that information, because you might be holding the missing puzzle piece if 5 miles down the road that turns into a violent encounter that you don't see, but maybe you saw it unfolding and you had a license plate number or a color or a description of the driver. Those are very valuable to us.
Or increasingly, you may have a dash cam that has all that if you don't have it up in your brain.
We have used dash cams single-handedly to solve several of these cases.
Well, this is frankly terrifying. We're seeing soaring numbers of shootings along the interstate, not just aggressive incidents. Sergeant John Perrine, thanks for the reality check here.
Yeah.
And we'll be checking with you to see this latest case, the new information you can bring to us.
Thanks, Scott.
You bet.